A perfect day to go grab the cheapest scooter on eBay. So if you want to see what we've got here, hit that subscribe button, and off we go. It's loaded up and we're heading back to base.
Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
What does the cheapest Honda on eBay look like? Well, here it is, Lenny, the cheapest Honda Tact 31S on eBay. Total nightmare, to be honest. And that's me being polite. Looking at it, I don't even know where to start with the repair. I think we'll begin by dropping the engine because trying to start it up makes 0 sense. One bolt on the reed valve is gone, or rather chewed off by Jack. Thanks a lot, dog. Jack also had a go at the valve and even gnawed on the wiring while we were waiting to get to this beauty. The shock, the cover, everything's just shoved inside the glove box. Here's what the front disc brakes look like in this condition. Broken bolts. No clue if they can even be pulled out. And there's a whole bag of other random goodies with it. If you're into this kind of content, drop a like, subscribe, and I'm off to remove the motor from this monster to see what we're dealing with. Well, the situation doesn't look too promising. Judging by the cylinder, no one's ever changed it. Or if they did, it definitely sat idle for more than a year. So we keep removing the engine, because I really don't see any other way. And of course, it started raining. Even the sky's crying over this mess. What did it need to prove? Judging by the glamorous look here, the piston hasn't been touched in ages. And no one even tried. The exhaust mount ear is broken, and I'm sure that's just the start of our problems. Now we'll check if the starter is alive. I already set it up, live while you're watching. We grab the wire. Negative? Perfect. Starter works. That's a small win. Wiring is connected too. So we keep tearing it down and check the seals and the rest, since this baby needs a full strip down. There's no bolt in the gear housing, which means no oil either. So yeah, this is gonna be a ride. Don't go anywhere. The epic chaos continues. First, a gasket sealed with non-existent sealant. No sealant, no gasket. Just slap it on and tighten it down. And of course, the classic weird rattling noise. Just for content, we'll try to throw in some oversized rings, but honestly, I don't think it'll help. We'll probably have to swap the piston. Actually, definitely. It's got a chewed off ear, but I do want to try a few weird experiments with this scooter, so we'll start with the repair rings and see how far that takes us. Let's get to the carb and check the seals. That'll give us a clearer picture. So what's the cost of buying the cheapest scooter? Let me tell you, everything before this, nothing. Because here, look what we've got. The crank. Someone stripped the threads, probably trying to build up pressure. Whoever did this, Congratulations, you win the Darwin Award. They welded the magneto right to the crank instead of using a key. And now, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm at a loss. Comment below what you think, because right now, this repair makes no sense. Unless it's just for content. I still can't believe people do this stuff. Perfect slot for a key on the crank. Perfect key slot on the magneto. And instead of spending one UAD on a key, they welded it. Welded the magneto straight to the crank. No threads left. Took me forever to get it off. Crank, $50. Magneto, $25 if you're lucky at a junkyard. Or Chinese ones if you prefer. But no, they welded it instead of buying a 50 UAH part. Unbelievable. Let's keep cracking open this motor and see what else awaits us. Every scooter is like a guidebook on what not to do. Here's why you don't use sealant on the engine halves. It ends up inside your engine and definitely doesn't help. If you've got a decent surface, like you do light sanding, throw in a gasket, done. Or if you must use sealant, don't slap it on like it's peanut butter. Crank update. No threads left thanks to the genius who welded the magneto. Check out the mounting surface, mint condition. Key slides in like a dream. Other side, the nut's stuck in the remaining threads. Bearings? Japanese. Seem okay. To test the crank, hang it and tap it gently. If you get that hollow sound, it's toast. But in our case, it might still serve a purpose since I've got some wild ideas. So subscribe to stay tuned. We're throwing in a 0.25 oversized piston and rings. We'll also check the exhaust. We can't bolt it on since the ear is ripped off. But for my plan, it might be enough. We'll try to rethread the crank. If that works, we'll put the motor back together and try to start it. So subscribe, drop a like, and I'm off to work on it. Okay, engine's back together. But there's no compression here. So I figured, let's test an internet life hack. Made a honing tool out of a dish scrubber. Now we're gonna hone the cylinder. Let's see if it works. Will it run? I'm curious too. Honestly, it's all nonsense. But hey, it's trash content for fun. Let's give it a shot. Done. The crosshatch is there. Don't know if you can see it, but we'll soon find out if it actually works. Subscribe, and I'll go finish putting it back together. Engine's in, honed up cylinder and all. Seems like we've got some compression. Let's see if it's enough to start it. One thing's clear, that variator won't take us far. So we're installing a fresh one. Time to get to work. We mounted all the accessories, variators in. Everything's looking good. Let's see if it starts. Though without a carb, it's not going anywhere. So, onto the carb. Took apart the carburetor. What did I find? Some dirt as usual. Dirty top cover. Small dent on the float. Broken electric valve. Also, clogged idle jet. Let's gently clean it out with a wire. Wash everything else, blow it through, and reassemble. I want to try to start it as is. Let's see if it works, since we're already testing this janky piston. I've got a new piston too, but I'm curious if the old junk will do the job. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to keep assembling it. Carb's done, idle jet is cleared. But turns out there's no thread here. Though after what they did to the crank, I'm not surprised. Luckily, we can use a longer bolt with a nut. Good enough for now. Let's keep building. Engine's in, everything's connected. Throttle cable's in. Still need to hook up the oil. I rigged up some temporary wiring and powered it on. Let's see what happens. Boom! Light came on. Let's try to start it. Click. But the starter isn't spinning. Alright, that's where we end this episode. Next time, we'll dig deeper. I opened the cover and found a random alarm system inside. No idea who installed it. Comment your thoughts. Is it worth it or just a headache? Maybe it's messing with the system, maybe not. But we'll find out in the next episode. So hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and see you in the next one.